Hey everyone, it's Alex. Today I'm going to talk about my BEC exam experience. So I took my BEC exams 19 days after I finished my FAR exams, and after those two exams, a lot of people would recommend that you go take a break and rest your brain a little bit. But for me, I just cannot wait. I just wanted to get it over with. So I did not stop studying after my audit and my FAR. Actually, I did not even take one day off right after exam on my way back to my dorm, and I would listen to the BEC study material because I've never flipped a page of BEC in my life before that point. So I know that I have 19 days for me to study because I scheduled 3 exams right after I have my NTS. And BEC is, I think that from a lot of people, it's the easiest out of them all. But I did not really think that it was that easy. Maybe for other people when they have a very strong undergrad business background, when they just remember everything from their business courses, maybe it's easy for them. But for me, it was still a challenge, especially if I were to do it in 19 days. At a couple points during that 19 days, I thought about, hey, maybe you just need to reschedule it. There's a fee to it, but whatever, right? But after some internal struggle, I was like, no, you already scheduled this, so commit to your timeline and just do it. If people can do it, you can do it too. Because I browsed a lot of forums online. It says some people say that they can pass in 7 days, some people say they can pass in 2 weeks, and I told myself, hey, you have 18, 19 days. Just put all your times together. If you study 5-6 hours a day, that is already 100 something hours. And according to Becker, you really need 90 hours to pass that. So I used all the time that I could get to pass that exam, and in the end it was worth it. So let's get back to how my exam actually felt. So I went in really nervous because I was not able to finish the study material twice like the other sections I took. So it was really nervous for me, and luckily there's nothing that's really difficult other than the same problems that I had with audit, the IT sections, because I didn't have an IT background from my undergrad, so it was kind of difficult for me. Despite that, Becker did not use too much of their time to focus on their IT sections, but it did show up a lot. On not only my exams, a lot of exams that have been talked about over the CPA exam forums. I would say that definitely do not skip any part of the review material that was provided to you. If they're in there, then they're in there for a reason. Maybe I'm just much of a structure learner, so I believe that whatever is given to you, it is the best. I don't question it, so I use all my time devoted into what is provided to me. I watched all the lectures, and it did reflect in the SSX and the BEC's exam score that I received. So during my exam, the multiple choice questions, not surprisingly, got easier again after the first Testlet. But at that point, I already received my score from my audit and FAR, and after I know that I passed them, I kind of just felt that maybe just how it is for me. The second Testlet is always going to be easier, and I should be fine. So I used the same strategy that I used from my previous exam sections. I did not double check my questions in case there are some harder simulations towards the end. So I really focused on reading the questions carefully. I really focused on understanding what they're trying to ask me and what answer seems the most right if I don't know the answers to it. But luckily I didn't have to flag a lot of them. A lot of the questions that I did flag, it was mostly I don't know what it's even asking me. So I just chose the one that seemed most reasonable to me. And I'm not much of a believer in choosing C, because if we can think about it, so can the people that's making the test. And if they are presenting you hard questions, they're not just gonna give you an answer C. At least that's how I think. And on the question of pre-test questions, and there's no way you can tell what is a pre-test questions. A lot of people have different theories on what pre-test questions consist of. And I just think that just do them all as if they're all real questions. There's no point really finding out what are pre-test. Just do them all as if they're all real. And who cares how they really score it. If you know enough, then you will pass. So I would recommend don't waste time like I did going on the exam forums, looking up what is the pre-test questions, what a pre-test question usually consists of, and then you have a bunch of theories, and honestly just waste of the time. And for BEC, unlike other sections, I always have 30 to an hour left in the end of the exam. I had 12 seconds. Yeah, 12 seconds. Maybe because English is not my first language, so that it took me longer to write an English essay than other English native speakers. Or maybe it was because I wrote a long essay. I don't know. It could be any of that factors. Or it just could be I just want to be thorough on the topic that was given to me in my essays. So I would say that out of the 4 exams, I think that BEC, at least mentally, it was the most challenging because I really have to focus on doing all exam related thinking throughout the whole 4 hours. I did take the scheduled break. I took the whole 10-15 minutes. I went to the bathroom and I did some eye exercise so that my eyes are not that tired, and then I came back and got ready to go. So that was my BEC exam experience, and afterwards I gave myself a week break. So that was my exam experience for BEC sections. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you.